some health professionals who might be able to offer a little help. Good morning, Dina.
Hi, yes, good morning to all of you. So Mental Health Awareness Month, this is really perfect timing because we want to make sure that you are taking care of your mental health during this very uncertain time. And so this morning we're joined by two very important professionals. We have Dr. David Steinhorn, who is currently in Washington, D.C., and then also Jana Din, who is a local healer here in Sacramento. So good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dina.
Okay, so first let's talk about what a guided journey is. We also have some video because you put out a YouTube video about your collaboration working together. So Jana, let's first just talk about what the two of you are doing right now.
Well, we've created 2 YouTube videos and more to come for people that are experiencing a lot of stress and anxiety in these times right now. And our first YouTube is for patients who happen to be in isolation or people in isolation. And so a guided journey is basically different than a guided imagery in that it is not scripted in advance and it's set to a background of light rhythmic drumming.
Light rhythmic drumming. And Dr. Steinhorn, talk about, from your medical standpoint, why something like this is important for people who are feeling isolated or just really anxious about what's going on to take a moment out of their day and practice this.
Well, I think the experience of somebody in the intensive care unit who may have a breathing tube in and not a respirator is something that most of us cannot identify with. The ICU nurses and physicians are experiencing a lot of moral distress because the patients can't have their loved ones present. Spouses, children of adult patients are often the great source of security. So we wanted to do something that would remind the patient that their loved one is there for them, that they're connected with their loved one, heart to heart, spirit to spirit, soul to soul, regardless of the distance between them. And that's what the purpose of these videos that we put together were.
Yeah, and Jana, I know you have a drum with you right now, so can you just give us a little sound of what that would be like if somebody were to watch your YouTube video or follow along on one of your guided journeys?
Yes, I will. Thank you.
Okay, it's so pretty to just kind of sit back and listen and really put everything else out of your mind. I think is really important. Jana, how can people find you? How can people follow along with your journeys and get those YouTube videos as well?
Well, we have a website and it is called healingjourneys.squarespace.com.
Okay, perfect. And what's really a message that you want to leave our viewers with this morning during this very uncertain time?
We want to leave a message of hope and internal peace, and that there's an uplifting time if you look within yourself, and we hope that our journeys will help facilitate people in that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to link up the YouTube video to our Good Day Sacramento website as well. To both of you, Dr. Steinhorn and also Jana Din, thank you so very much. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
And guys, as we send it back to you in the studio, just a quick reminder to just remember to, nurture your own mental health during this time, or those who you love. Make sure you're kind of keeping a good eye on somebody else in your family as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Day.
Thanks, Dina.
Bye.
All right, thanks, Dina. Thanks, everybody.